Okay, hello. Today we have two interviews in one. Let's start with maybe Madara. Maybe you could tell a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Okay, now I'm working for Tilde. That's a Latvian company who is developing language technologies. And also we are providing localization for our customers. And we are expanding throughout all the Europe and also providing our services in US right now as well. And we are the ones who has in-house scientists who works actually with language technologies and with the artificial intelligence as well. And those scientists are those who are building and also researching all the things about how these tools can improve our everyday life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, that's very interesting. And Roberts, who you are and what do you do?
Yes, hello, I'm Kadiķis. I'm researcher and I'm doing research at EDI. It's a research institute with many fields, but my fields are AI, computer vision, image processing. And I have been doing that for 13 years. Currently, I'm also heading a laboratory of robotics and machine perception at EDI. We have some 30-person teams working on robotic problems on different AI fields like explainable AI or synthetic data for AI and some other things also. And currently I'm also a bit into startups because last year with my friend we built a startup doing computer vision for drones and synthetic data for similar applications.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you for introductions. So I believe both of you are very busy. You must have a team, a lot of responsibilities. What are your key challenges of today?
I should answer it first. Okay, so I'm a head of sales. So the key challenge is to provide the best products and services for the customers and also to motivate the team, because always there is this people factor in sales, because I think firstly we sell ourselves and then only the product. So that's why right now we are improving our team sales skills, we are improving our products, we are developing the new products, and it's always a challenge when you are developing new products, when you launch them, so they work properly. And there are some first customers who are trusting us to test it and to help us improve it even more. And that's a constant work that we are doing. And then afterwards, when we have improved and it's ready to go to the whole market, so it's a very good feeling when we get to this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what about you?
Well, in research there are very old-fashioned and classical challenges, like we first always need to think how do you get funding for your research, and then when you get it you need to do it, but also at the same time you need to think about whether you get the future funding. And of course, since it's public money, it's often comes with a lot of bureaucracy and papers. But that's very classical problems. Today, new problem is that this field is so hot that we have so many possibilities what to do. So choosing what exactly to work on and not over doing things by just taking too much, that's also a big challenge.
Okay, so everyone needs money. You're working on sales directly. You, Roberts, are more pitching to investors, getting money this way, at least some funding. How do you sell AI?
Actually, Tilde is selling through the trust of our other customers. So we have built those AI tools, language technology tools for a lot of convenient customers like European Space Agency, then there's WURS for whom we are providing. There are a lot of B2B companies and also B2G, governmental in the industry as well. So, we have this, we are making this impact beyond the words. That our customers sees and values our experience. That's one thing. We are more than 30 years in the market, and the other thing is that we have in-house those scientists as well that can build particularly customized products for our customers. And the other thing is also the people who is selling. They are trusting us, and I believe the sales is always based on the trust. And AI tools, it is right now a very hot topic, I would say. Everybody wants this, but they don't know how to actually use it, or is it will really somehow change in a good way their everyday life. But we are those challengers who are showing that actually we can make this impact, and we can change, and we can cut the costs, and we can improve the loyalty of their end customers with our products. So I would say that's the biggest thing that we have to face.
Okay, so through trust, but
True trust, yeah, from the other customers, and they are also giving some reviews to another ones, and that's how we are growing our market and growing our share of AI market, because the competitive landscape is very harsh right now. It's changing every day. There are many startups who are building and saying that we could build you the same in a days, not in a months. But beyond that, there's always, you need this experience, because experience in indexing data, to gathering the data, to put it together. Because if you will put in AI a trash will come out. So that's why we are saying that our experience is that, and the data that we have already, because we have a lot of collaborations with the universities all around the world, in AI data is the king. So if you don't hold the data, then it's very problematic to make a good AI language technology tools.
yeah, so you're big, you have the trust from existing customers. So what happens, Roberts, in your world where you don't have the trust really?
Well, yeah, I have two worlds. One is research. So there, I would say we don't sell AI, we sell our competency in AI. So what we need to do to be in our field work and do research, we need to get a lot of contacts to get into big consortiums and get big projects and prove ourselves there. And so we sell our competencies for them, and then we show that we can actually do it. From startup perspective, we don't sell AI per se, but we sell products that we can make using the AI. So in the end, AI is either the tool or our competency, but we don't sell it directly.
So you mentioned some bureaucracy at the beginning, and now you're mentioning consortiums. How does that work for someone who's a new startup, who has a bright mind, knows some AI, whatever that means?
Of course, because when I'm talking about consortiums, that's usually some projects or some calls that are giving public money for something bigger that one institute or one university or one company can do. So in these projects, there are usually teams of big companies, of startups, of universities, and so on. So the big key is to get to such a good consortium where you all can work together. You can come up to one big goal and understand how all your small things that each one is doing at their factories or at their universities, how they could come together for this one big thing. And if these are like big project calls that European Commission is doing, then there's really big consortiums with maybe 40 partners, with some big names, some small names. And so to get in such good teams, well, you need to work. But of course there are other things, smaller calls, local calls for more for science, but also for companies or for working together. So there are quite a lot of opportunities, but you need to look for them to see all of that.
So in how many consortiums you've been or you are right now?
Well, if I'm talking about EDI as an institute, we're not that big. We're maybe a bit more than 100 people, but we've been very good in the last years in getting into consortiums. I can't say the number, but several Europe Horizon projects each year, new ones are starting at EDI, and those are big ones, but of course there's a lot of small ones from different calls.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I've heard that Tilde is also not like looking for investment, but has won something, some European funding. What was that about?
So there are two things. The one thing that Tilde is the only one B2B company whose scientists are in the European Commission initiative for researching artificial intelligence. That's the one thing. The other scientists are from universities all around the world. And the other big thing that recently just happened, we won the possibility, we were chosen to build by European Commission to build artificial intelligence, not artificial intelligence, large language models for European language. So right now, mainly large language models are built in US. So European Commission wants to have it in-house here. And we were granted with that access to one of the fastest computers in the world in Finland. So we have this great opportunity, and we are really, really proud of it that we were the chosen ones. So it means that our scientists are doing the right thing, and they can prove that they could research large language models, artificial intelligence, you name it, and we can do this.
Okay. So is it 20 something models or one big model for Europe, or maybe it hasn't been decided?
It hasn't been decided, but this project will be in stages. So at the first, most likely we will do it for the Baltic languages. Then we will go further with other languages. Yeah. But the project scope is still under the question and how we will move further with it.
Okay, so there's a challenge, there's a real project. Robert, how you would do this project if you would got your hands on it?
Well, yeah, I would say I'm not expert in language models. I'm more into vision models, so for object detection or image segmentation or image generation. So there are similarities, but it's still a bit different thing. I would not know what's the better approach to do one big or several small ones. Probably small ones is a bit practical because you can do it more times and test different things. But yeah, I don't have expertise things to say about that. But sure that there needs to be several partners at least.
Okay. What is the coolest image processing, analysis, generation project you've done?
Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of them. So the image processing or computer vision could be applied anywhere where you do something using vision. So where I have applied it, it's for transportation systems to detect vehicles, or for processing images of birthmarks to classify if there's good ones or not that good ones, or for drones, or for self-driving cars and industrial robots. Several projects in the last year have been specifically for these industrial robots, for them to be more adaptable to new situations in the factory, because robots in factory is very old thing. Many factories have robots, but those robots are dumb robots. They are doing only one specific thing. You need to put your object in specific location, then it can pick it and put it somewhere. But if there's some randomness in the process, then you need something more smart. And to be smart in environment, you need some vision or some senses to orient yourself in this environment to detect objects. And several projects at our institute was just for that, for robots to see what's happening, understand, and then manipulate objects based on people needs.
I just went to visit one waste management company, and they have this robot with an OCR who is like also looking for and splitting the right bottles into the right line. But still, they need people because there are some percentage of the mistake. But hopefully, in future it will improve more and more, because that was a very unique experience to see how this works in real time, in a huge amount of the waste, how it's sorting it.
Yeah, well, that sounds scary. self-driving cars, robots, machines making decisions for us, maybe. I've heard something about EU Act, I'll be honest, but maybe you could tell a little bit more what that is and what should we expect in future in regulations.
This regulation particularly, this is the European Commission Accessibility Act that will come into force next year's June. So what does it mean for the companies and for the governmental institutions? So that we have to provide for the people several modalities how they can receive the information. Because there was some kind of research that there are 27% of population which are older than 16 years have functional disabilities. And with this act, what they want to do, they want that the information that everybody is providing for everyone is reachable to everyone, even with for those people who have some functional disabilities. So what does it mean? It means if your homepage is only in a written form, you have to provide it also that it's audible, you can listen to the information that you have on it. If you have a virtual assistant chatbot, then it should not only the information and the chat should be in the written form, it should also talk with you. It's a voice in and voice out. And if you are organizing some public events, then you have to provide the transcription of the presentations or of the speeches that are provided already on the stage. So you can download it with a QR code on your phone, and in the same time you can even machine translate to your language in which you understand the best the information. So it will be a huge thing, and it will also ask there will be some resources that the company should provide for that to ensure that, but Tilde already has all the tools, so if you need it I am ready to help you. We have already developed and we are ready. Also already UNICEF is using our tools for their events, and then Lampa just we had the stock show also was using our transcribe tool for event assistant for their stages and for the presentations. So it's already, we are ready to serve our customers. So if you need something, you will just send them my contacts.
Okay, yeah. I will. Robert, are there any regulations limiting your mind, your scientist's mind?
Well, yes, of course. As a regulation, I also look at it with worry, because it's quite interpretable as it's written right now. You can classify different models or different applications of AI as more risky, and then you need to provide more information there, or you need to get through more bureaucracy there before you can go to market or something like that. Or you can interpret that same things as less risky, and then it's easier to do research or do business there. So my worry is that we could come too strict with the rules, and that would mean that if our neighbors or even worse adversaries are not restricted by such rules, then we could lose in a race if we see like going to or building AI as a race.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So, but still, we're humans. We're still here talking. No AI being used to support this. How you as humans survive through this ever-ending world of AI and buzz and so on? I see you have something to say.
I think there's nothing to be afraid of. It's a new age, that it's a new opportunity, and what I see in the companies who are particularly applying in their everyday functions AI tools, they're improving their service, and they can focus on more challenging tasks that to solve. And there are new new roles are becoming. There are virtual assistant trainees that are training those virtual assistants with artificial intelligence. So I don't see that there is a. People are always afraid of the things that they don't know how they will actually impact their life, and if you have to change also something in your routine, it's always you have to you have to break yourself. So let's face it, we will have it in our future, and we just have to somehow find the right way how to cope with that and how we can make it life together with AI even better.
Mm-hmm. But how do you manage to stay on top of these changes? I mean, the knowledge, the new tools, the models, the blah, 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 blah. What you as a human here today, how do you make sure that you're not behind the buzz? What do you do at home, at work? How do you manage?
Okay, so I think there's a lot of information going all around. So we have conferences, we have workshops, we have podcasts right now, we have some documents that are issued about recent researches on these tools. So it's ongoing everyday training, I would say, that you are researching the information and researching what is new happening in this world, in the AI world. And yeah, I would say that nowadays it's very hard for the people, because the information is so huge that you have to adapt and that you have to process through. The main thing is to find the right information that you need for your profession or that you need for your everyday life. And the same is about AI. There is a lot of information which is not true, but you have to have those skills that you know something about that, and you can okay, this is not relevant for me, this information might be interesting for me. So it's like in the school, just go through and process it.
Okay, Robert, how much time every day you are spending to learn something more about AI?
Well, I spend a lot of time with that because that's part of my job. And for one side, it's easy for me because I just enjoy it, I like it, so I'm interested in it. That's how you keep looking for it. But now the acceleration of the developments is so fast that I would say to be always on top at several things at once, it's impossible. Maybe it's possible to be on top of one very, very specific subfield of a subfield for a moment in time. But yeah, I'm not there, so I just enjoy things I can learn every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what would be your suggestion for someone who's still very new to this all, but let's say an IT person, have been doing similar job, I don't know, web development for 10 years and now wants to start learning this new stuff? Could be also a professional salesperson, not IT at all. What are your suggestions? Where should these people start their journey? How do they become modern again?
Okay, I could say maybe from IT side, because I use AI every day also for programming. It's made me much quicker. Now I make less errors, so I can do stuff faster. So if you just try to use it as a tool, you already probably will get interest in it. If you want to know a bit deeper how it works and so on, well, first you can ask big language models. They know about themselves quite a lot. But then there's a lot of really great and very qualitative courses from big names, from big universities, and free online, where you can learn really how the things work inside.
I would agree to that, you previously said, but yeah, the one thing is try by yourself. That always, then you become interested in that, and then you want to try it more, and then you want to research more how does it work. That's the one thing. The other thing, there are many courses and there are many workshops that are organized by the companies who are actually developing those tools. In Latvia, there is just established AI studio, so they are organizing a lot of events around the AI theme that could be particularly interesting for this new new person who is interested in a AI field. So there are a lot of possibilities. You just have to ask ChatGPT or ask what would you would start. But I would say the first thing is to try and then just search the most relevant courses that could be provided for you.
Yeah, okay. So thank you for doing this interview. I'll challenge you now. If you would be an AI, how would you say goodbye right now?
Hasta la vista.
I would say if I would be AI, then I would say that there are thousands of ways how to say goodbye. Which one do you want to choose?